All right, Jenny, what do we got going on here?
Well, we have an operation going on today, but before we show you that, you have to understand what's inside the barn first.
Welcome to the Red River Valley of North Dakota. A land flowing with milk and honey. You're watching Beet Farmin Mitch.
Hey, ladies.
So we got chickens. What else do we got in here?
Pigeons.
We have a small pigeon problem. They kind of just hang out in here, and we have to chase them out every time we open the door.
So if anyone knows how to get rid of pigeons, quick and easy, let us know.
We've got windows here, but they're all plugged up. I think they're sneaking through these cracks in here, so we might have to try seal that up.
It's an old barn, and they used to keep chickens in it. And so we have a pen going outside of our chicken coop, but it's kind of destroyed right now. So we're gonna revamp it today.
Yeah, we're rebuilding the chicken pen. So a few years ago, we built this chicken pen on here so we could have chickens in here. Actually, back in the day when my grandparents were out here, they had a separate chicken coop building, and they would keep things in this barn. And so this is kind of our family barn. You know, every good family farm has a good family barn. It's pretty weathered, and it's taken some years on it, that's for sure. And actually, it wasn't even built in this farmyard. It was built in a farmyard a couple miles away. Long time ago. I don't exactly know how old it is. But then they pieced it out and hauled it over to this yard. And so, yeah, there's been a lot of years here, and a lot of my family members have made lots of memories in this barn and around it. So it's seen a lot of days, and it's a really cool barn. But it's, you know, it's kind of got some weathering on it and whatnot. It'd be really cool if we could prop it up better and kind of do a little foundation work on it and fix it up, but I don't know if that's in the cards for this guy. I don't know. It'd be great if that was possible and whatnot, but it's a very beautiful barn, and yeah, we've got our chicken operation in it. Oh, look at this. We got Jenny carrying a 50-pound bag.
Weighs like half of me.
A chicken feed. All right, so here's the outside of the pen fixed up and good to go. We're gonna wait a little bit till they're bigger before we start letting them outside full time. But the reason we keep them in a pen is because we have a lot of coyotes and stuff around here, and we don't really want to lose our chicken flock. And we're gonna put a little electric fence up around the outside to keep any coyotes or anything like that comes a sniffing. And so what happened was lots of snow built up on there, collapsed the roof. We haven't had chickens in a couple years. Weeds started to grow, so she needed a little TLC, but she's pretty dialed in now. All right, Jenny, what kind of weather are we gonna get tomorrow?
White.
We're gonna get an April blizzard. What the heck?
Well, don't get your hopes up until it's July.
What do we got way over there?
Sugar beet dump. Or a sugar beet piler.
The sugar beet piles in the Red River Valley are starting to get all cleaned up. So over the course of the winter, they go through with payloaders and they load semis up and they haul beets to the factories to keep them continuously running and processing sugar until the spring. And we're actually getting to the end of the processing campaign for American Crystal. And so we are gonna send up the drone, take a peek what's going on over there. So what they do is the beets are actually all frozen. And when we get to the video portion, you'll see there's a big white tarp. And so that white tarp they put on after they freeze the beets. They don't do that on all the piles, but just the later ones. And that'll help kind of keep the beets frozen underneath, like a little thermal blanket. And so how it works is the beets are frozen in these piles. So they got this big excavator with a big like 3-prong claw. And then they got a couple payloaders that come and scoop up the beets and dump them into the semis. And then the semis haul them to the factories. So we're gonna fire up the drone and take a bird's eye view at this. April 14th, 2022. We got some snow. So there's kind of a massive blizzard that went across the entire state of North Dakota yesterday, and kind of today. Still going to be a couple more inches. I think we got probably about a foot of snow. A lot of it melted down and is that really heavy snow, so maybe not quite a foot in places, but there was a lot of snow. So anyway, not ideal. We'd like to be in the field soon. I guess we'll have moisture, and the good thing is that it was warmer, so like that snow melted in and didn't get all taken away by the snow or by the wind into the trees and whatnot, so that is a plus. But we're gonna want some warmer temperatures now to start heating up, melt the snow, and heat the soil up. But anyway, lately we've been going through our planters, so we're pretty much ready with our planters. Here's our air seeder here. So we use this for seeding wheat and soybeans, and this year we did a little bit of a project on it. We got new disc openers here, so we put new blades on and we replaced those bearings and checked all the hoses and checked the press wheels. We had quite a bit of work to do on here, and went through the cart, did a couple things there. We've got one of our row planters there. That one's ready. That one we've got tarps for because we don't have storage to keep them both inside. So that one's got tarps on it, but that one's ready to go too. And we've got one more inside. So here we've got our other sugar beet planter. And so these both are pretty much the same thing. Not quite. This one's a little bit different. A little bit older, but we went through both of these. So these got all beet seed plates in them, fixed anything that was broken, gave it a good service. These are kind of a homemade deal called windshields, and because beet seed's so small, sometimes the wind will kind of mess with it down there, so that's why we got those on this one. But pretty much as far as planters go, we're ready to go. Still got a little bit of tillage stuff to do and go through, but not too much in all honesty. So, but we did get a nice delivery. We got our beet seed delivered, so we are ready for when the fields are ready. Well, the chickens, they got fresh bedding, fresh food, fresh water, and Jenny and I rebuilt the pen. Looks much better out here. Thanks for joining. You're watching Beet Farmin Mitch, and don't forget
to keep it sweet.